Do you remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison? Do you remember Mickey Mouse wearing suspenders? If your answer is yes, then you carry memories of a world that no longer exists. Not thousands, but millions of people are witnessing events that never actually happened. Science calls this false memory. But can the memories of millions of people be wrong at the same time, in the same way? Or have we unknowingly stepped into a parallel universe? Today, we will dive deep into those 100 Mandela effects and altered timelines that will shake your reality to its core. This is the Mandela Effect and Altered Timelines.
Number 1. The death of Nelson Mandela, the origin case. This is the mystery that gave this effect its name. Millions of people remember that Nelson Mandela died inside prison in the 1980s. People even remember TV footage of his funeral, his wife's speech, and newspaper headlines. But the reality is that Mandela was released from prison in 1990, became president, and passed away in 2013. How can millions of people be wrong about such a massive global event? Did something happen in the 1980s that permanently diverted our timeline? Number 2. The Berenstain Bears mystery. This is the biggest example of the Mandela effect in America. It is a famous children's book series. 90% of Americans remember the name being Berenstain with an E. People recall pronouncing it as Bernstein. However, according to records, it has always been Berenstain with an A. People are searching for the E in old cassettes and books at home, but everything has changed to A overnight. Did someone go into the past and change a single letter, altering the entire future database? Number 3. Mickey Mouse and his missing suspenders. What is the image of the world's most famous cartoon character in your mind? Thousands of people remember Mickey Mouse wearing suspenders or shoulder straps with his red pants. People even recall him pulling and snapping them with his fingers. But today's Mickey Mouse has no suspenders, only 2-button pants. There is no trace of suspenders even in Disney's old archives. Did we come from a world where Mickey Mouse's design was different? Number 4. Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes. A famous childhood show. People remember it as Tunes, considering them cartoons. However, it has always been Looney Tunes, like a musical tune. People argue that since they were cartoons, it should have been tunes. However, many people clearly remember seeing TOONS written on their TV screens. Is this a collision of two different realities? Number 5. The mystery of Pikachu's tail tip. This is the biggest shock for Pokemon fans. Millions of people remember that there was a black tip at the end of Pikachu's tail. People are still making drawings on the internet of what they remember. But in reality, Pikachu's tail is completely yellow, with only a bit of brown near the base. Even in fake toys and old drawings, this black part has vanished. Did someone change Pikachu's texture during reality rendering? Number 6. Star Wars' most famous dialogue, Darth Vader's confession. The biggest twist in cinema history when Darth Vader tells Luke the truth. Everyone remembers the dialogue as, "Luke, I am your father." But if you watch the film today, he says, "No, I am your father." People are stunned because "Luke, I am your father" is recorded on thousands of t-shirts, advertisements, and even in the memories of dubbing artists. Where did the word Luke disappear to? Number 7. Snow White, the mirror's message. Mirror, mirror on the wall. The famous mantra from Disney's first film. Everyone remembers, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" But in the movie, she says, "Magic mirror on the wall." The mystery is that the memory of mirror, mirror is so strong that it has become part of folklore, yet those words do not exist in the original film. Number 8. The Ford logo change. The Ford logo glitch. Millions of people have seen the Ford Car Company logo every day. People claimed that the small curl or curlicue in the middle of the F was never there before. People remember a simple F. How did an extra loop suddenly appear on cars throughout history? Number 9. The Kit Kat hyphen. The famous chocolate brand. Many people clearly remember that there used to be a hyphen, Kit Kat, between Kit and Kat. But according to the company, there was never a hyphen in their logo. It has always been Kit Kat. Is this a collective short circuit of our memory? Number 10. Mystery number 10. Is all of this a mistake of a laboratory? Many people believe the Mandela Effect began at the same time CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, started its work in Switzerland. Some scientists claim that CERN's experiments have created small holes in the fabric of space-time, causing us to unknowingly slip into a parallel timeline. Have we left our real world behind forever? Chapter 2. Global Brands and the Rewriting of History. Mysteries 11 through 20. Number 11. Folgers Coffee and That Morning Echo. The famous Folgers coffee advertisement played in every home in America. Millions of Americans remember the famous jingle as, "The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup." But thousands of people claim that in their childhood, they always heard on TV, "The best part of waking up is Folgers on your cup." This sounds like a small change, but linguistically it is impossible. People remember that echo of on, which no longer exists in any old tapes or records in the world. Has someone digitally edited the audio tracks of our old memories? Number 12. Juicy fruit or juice fruit. The famous chewing gum brand. Thousands of people clearly remember juice fruit without the Y in their old grocery lists and memories. People argue that they always called it juice fruit, but in current reality, it's juicy fruit. The strangest thing is that some people found evidence of juice fruit in blurred advertisements in old movies, but as soon as they are uploaded to the internet, they changed to juicy fruit. Is reality updating itself in real time? Number 13. Fruit of the Loom fruit, the missing cornucopia. The famous clothing brand, Fruit of the Loom. Millions of people swear that there used to be a brown basket, or cornucopia, a horn-shaped basket behind the fruits in its logo. People still draw that basket on the internet today, asking where it went. But the company's official record says there was never a basket in their logo. The depth of the mystery increased when a cartoon mocking this logo was found in an old newspaper showing the basket, meaning the cartoonist saw that basket, which does not exist in history today. Number 14. Mona Lisa's New Smile, the most famous painting in the world. Art experts and thousands of tourists remember that there was no clear smile on Mona Lisa's face. She looked completely stoic, serious. But if you look at her today, she is clearly smiling. People call this the growing smile of Mona Lisa. The mystery is how the expressions of a thousands of years old painting suddenly became so clear. Has Leonardo da Vinci's original artwork been replaced by a painting from another timeline?
Number 15. Skechers or Skeechers. A global footwear brand. Millions of people remember the name being Skechers with a T. People recall using a T while writing the spelling, but today it is Skeechers. If you look at 10-year-old shoes kept in your house, the T will have vanished from there as well. This is the scariest part of the Mandela effect. It doesn't just change your memory, It changes the physical objects you possess. Number 16. The spelling of Oscar Mayer. Oscar Mayer versus Meyer. America's most famous hot dog brand. Almost every American child remembered the advertising jingle, "I wish I were an Oscar M-E-Y-R wiener." People remember M-Y-E-R with an E, but in reality it is M-A-Y-R with an A. The most mysterious thing is that in audio recordings of some old commercials, people are singing, "I wish I were an M-E-Y-R," but when the packet appears on screen, M-A-Y-R is written there. Are the timelines between sound and image changing at different speeds? Number 18. The color of the robot's legs. C-3PO's silver leg. The entire world remembers C-3PO being completely gold. All gold. But if you watch the original film today, one of his legs below the knee is silver. Hardcore fans are stunned because they watched the film thousands of times and bought thousands of toys, but never saw that silver leg. Did our eyes see him as gold for decades, or has that leg become silver now? Number 18. Flintstones or Flintstones. The famous cartoon, The Flintstones. Thousands of people debated on social media that the name was Flintstones without the T. Then suddenly, a few months later, people noticed it had changed back to Flintstones with the T. This is called a flip-flop Mandela effect, where reality changes once and then returns to its previous state. This proves that the timeline is unstable. Number 19. The number of states in the American flag. The 52 states mystery. How many states are there in America? Millions of Americans were taught in school that there are 52 states. They still swear today that they saw 52 states on the map, but officially there are only 50 states in America. People are even trying to remember the names of those 2 extra states that are no longer on any map in the world. Did we come from a world where America's expansion was greater? Number 20. The quantum erasure. Is our data being deleted? In quantum physics, there is an experiment called the delayed choice quantum eraser, where a decision taken in the future can erase past data. Is the Mandela effect proof that someone in the future, perhaps AI or advanced humans, is deleting or editing parts of history, and our memories are the residue of that deleted data? Are we watching a movie that the director is constantly editing? In the next part, we will talk about how the map of the world has changed, where the positions of Japan, Australia, and Italy are no longer what people remembered. This part will blow your mind, because here we will talk about the glitches that we can see with our own eyes on maps. It is called the geography shift, where the positions of continents and countries are no longer what millions of people were taught in geography classes. Chapter 3. The Changing Map of Geography and Cinematic Errors. Mysteries 21 through 30. Number 21. The position of South America. South America's eastward shift. Millions of people around the world remembered that South America was located directly below North America. If you look at today's map, South America is shifted much further east than expected. It is not below Florida, but has moved far out toward the Atlantic Ocean. People are shocked that in their memories, the Panama Canal went north to south, but now it goes east to west. Did an entire continent shift thousands of miles, or are we remembering the map of another Earth? Number 22. Australia's journey to the north. Australia was always considered an isolated continent, located far south from the rest of the world. Thousands of people remember that Australia was only surrounded by blue ocean and it was very far from Indonesia. But in today's map, Australia is so close to Indonesia and Papua New Guinea that the distance between them has become very small. On the map,
Australia now looks much higher towards the north instead of being down under. Has the geography of the Earth shrunk overnight? Number 23. The position of Japan and South Korea. Claims of massive changes are also being made regarding the map of Asia. Millions of people remembered that Japan was located significantly below, south of South Korea. But now, Japan appears directly near the coast of China and parallel to Korea. People swear that the map looks much more crowded now than before. Did someone move the countries a little closer during planetary rendering? Number 24. James Bond and the Girl's Braces. Moonraker, Dolly's Braces. A very famous scene in the 1979 James Bond film, Moonraker. In the film, a giant man named Jaws meets a small girl named Dolly. They look at each other and smile. Millions of people remembered that the love between them happened because both had braces on their teeth. This was the main joke of that scene. But if you watch that film today, there are no braces on Dolly's teeth. Without the braces, that entire scene becomes meaningless. People are searching frantically for old VHS tapes, but the braces have disappeared from everywhere. Number 25. The boot of Italy and Sicily. Italy was always described as a country shaped like a boot kicking a football, the island of Sicily. People remembered that the football, Sicily, was quite far from the toe of the boot. But in today's map, Sicily is so close to Italy that it looks almost attached to it. Also, the heel of Italy's boot now looks much more pointed and longer. For geography experts, this is a terrifying experience.